to Angry Me Production. Today, what the hell episode, we're going to talk about Nigerian Scammers. Reason why I'm doing this is because last Sunday, I started doing friend requests. I accepted a whole bunch of friend requests, and I also did a lot of friend requests to boost up our page. Or boost up my page, really. Well, I noticed that I only had like 146 people, and we wanted to get these videos out a little bit more, so I have to bump up my my Facebook page, where a lot of people don't know who I am, or, well, basically don't know who I am. But what I ended up getting is a bunch of scammers from, and most of them were in Nigeria. The only reason why I found out they were from Nigeria. Back to the topic at hand. Let me see here. What we're going to do is we're going to go screen recording, see how this ends up. But there's several places where you can check out. What we're going to do right now is just talk about Nigeria anyways. We actually have a lot of scammers in the United States, mostly for basically the ones I got mostly for the United States were cam girls. Basically wanted to, because there's no advertising for pornographic material for some ungodly reason. I don't know why. I mean,
why do you need to advertise it? There's so much of it out there. All you have to do is
well, okay, it's like this. Instead of what they're trying to do, and I understand the business aspect of this, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you to go to their page specifically.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to see their nudes and get money. And I understand that. It's advertisement and prospect, but, you know, it happens. The one thing in Nigeria I didn't know, though, and we'll skip over to the Nigerian part, is it is literally the seventh most populous country in the world. And it's the most populous country in the United States.
Africa?
Well, and Africa, yeah. I'm a little bit. We ended up having a lot of physical problems this week. I ended up having a lot of back problems. The stuff that I'm on right now is just really messed up. By the way, if you, it's really funny. Is if you actually, I use Google Translate, so the ones I know that actually are from Nigeria, because it'll show up and it's like you got your first half, good portion of it is just the hot chick they're trying to get you to get money from. The bottom part, on the other hand, if you keep on scrolling up and everything, they literally show what they're doing, where they're at, and the most people is Iberia or Igboa. But anyways, I start speaking in their native language, Yarba, and they'll start to speak to me like that. Who are you? Blah 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 blah. I'm like, I tell them flat out that, you know, I'm tracking down scammers. I've tried to get an interview with one of the scammers. They won't go on an interview. I told them to black off their face and everything, but they won't. But
you know, I can't say that I would be a scammer, but on the same token, I can kind of understand it, because, you know, when you live in a country where the economics are so,
well, the per capita debt to ratio national income per capita is $1,026 and to $3,986. Yeah, you're gonna.
That's relatively poor country.
For being like the seventh most populous, yeah, that's really poor country.
They're just doing what many other people are trying to do. They're trying to get their groove on and make some money.
Yeah. And the way they do this is they get that's still not as good a thing, but anyways, I'm not gonna use that. The way they're trying to do this, they're getting you to buy like Apple Pay cards, Steam cards, any prepaid cards to get your account. Another scam is they use your phone number and add it to a mailing list where they can use your number to scam other people, and they can use it. It'll just show that it's in the United States. But is it right? No, it's not right. Is it right that you actually did do this? I know some people that. This is a United States scam. Someone was saying they were selling monkeys, and they bought like $3,000 worth of Steam cards to pay for this monkey. And what they do with these cards is they resell the numbers and everything of these cards on eBay or any kind of site that you can sell the cards, and they sell the numbers basically for half the cost or a little bit lower than cost. So you can get a $500 gift card for $250. Well, it's clean money because someone else bought it. They're getting the money off of that card, and it's just basically that's how they scam, and that's how they basically it's how they launder. A lot of drug dealers and drug cartels started doing that on the dark web. They do that for the dark web, and they do that's how they launder the money. They also launder money for artwork.
Well, like I said, I wouldn't say that I would do it. I don't know that much about how they do it because, well, as far as I'm concerned, if you're sending me something asking for money, you've been contacting the wrong person. But
yeah. But here's the thing: the best. Let me get this up here. The best. A scammer, the richest scammer, he got Emil Nuwat. How do you pronounce that name? Nuwat?
I could not tell you. You'd have to check the wiki and see if it gives you a pronunciation of his name.
Okay. Well, what he did, he ended up getting $242 million, $191 million in cash, and it doesn't give you a pronunciation. Anyways, and he got this from a director at Brazil's Banco Nordeste, based in San Pablo. It's funny, I can't say the name, but I can say San Pablo pretty easy. But he pretty much scammed these people for this money, and
and there are a lot of scams going on out there. Like I remember in the early '80s, they were selling
pyramid schemes,
solar-powered clothes dryers. You could buy them out of the back of books like Popular Science and things like that.
That's
and
I want to see this. I know what it is. I know what it is. Basically, it's just a cord with like
Clothespins.
clothespins.
Yes, that's what they were selling in the box, was a cord and some clothespins.
Okay, type in solar because you're gonna do the typing. I'm gonna be doing the looking. Oh wait a minute. Go back. Stop. What is this? Okay, and it was Steve Camirisa. Camir. Whatever. Anyways.
That might be it.
Yeah. Come on. My internet is too slow. I can't wait to get better internet. But anyways, oh wait, sold them for $50. Which, how much does it cost for just a string?
And some clothespins, you can get that for a little bit of nothing.
Oh, now it's saying I have no internet. Yay.
Yeah, I don't know if down here somewhere you can check your connection.
No, it'll be right here. I got connection. It's just, this place sucks. But I want to see the images on this. Yeah, and okay. If anything, we'll do it later on. But
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different kinds of scams out there, and in all technicality, he got around it because he was selling you a solar-powered clothes dryer. Now, I think he still got in trouble over it after a certain amount of back and forth in court, but basically, he was selling a string and some clothespins, and in effect, that is a solar-powered clothes dryer.
yeah. See if that helps.
Yeah, the pyramid schemes were another big one. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's saying I don't have any Wi-Fi. Let me do it this way.
Excuse me.
I don't know, there's like a little switch. I'm just turning it right off and just putting do not disturb. Yeah, I do not have any Wi-Fi right now. Fucking, I would have to do my phone. Fuck that. Anyways, so
I was gonna say turn off your Wi-Fi and then turn it back on. Maybe
yeah, I would have to.
connect.
No. I would have to do the passcode. Forget that. We'll just edit this out. But most of the scammers. I mean, I know some of my family. Well, ex-family members probably now, but I know some of my family members get caught up in that, and they'll like 40 grand of just that, and it's just ridiculous how
Some of them are going to be calling you up saying, we're working with Charitable Organization, blah, 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 yada, yada. Can you please donate to us? And some of those will get elderly people and other...
No, one scam was hey, your son needs bail money or such and such to get out of jail. Can you send this money? And they do that. But
No, see, the one I was referring to was my grandmother that just passed away has Alzheimer's, or had Alzheimer's. And before they realized that she was not capable of managing herself, she had actually fallen into several of those where people would get in contact with her and say, we're blah 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 charitable organization, could you give us donations? And she was sending them unbelievable amounts of money just left and right because
Hell, I've seen where
she wanted to help.
yeah,
And
I've seen some of them where they literally dump their will into a charitable organization.
right.
I'm like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
But I'm talking about some of these were charitable organizations that weren't charitable organizations.
Yeah.
But because they call up representing themselves as a charitable organization, a lot of people don't even bother checking into it.
Yeah.
They just go ahead and sign off on sending the money to wherever they're asking,
Yeah.
thinking, oh, I'm helping somebody.
Yeah. Nowadays, though, they do small amounts, only because you got like 10 grand. If you have anything that's 10 grand and you send it out, it's tracked by the FBI, no matter what it is. It could be actually legitimate stuff. You can't do anything higher than 10 grand without it being flagged. It'll be flagged, and it's all because of the drug cartel back in the 70s.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's really sad as I know a lot about the criminal organization and everything, only because I've actually watched documentaries about like that. And
Yeah, and I can honestly say I don't know much about it. I mean, I'm probably willing to bet that I could contact a few of my family members that I don't speak to and get more information than I wanted, but
yeah, you can get all that stuff online. I was like, I watched this whole documentary on Matthew Cox. Now he does like true crime books, but he did house mortgage fraud. He did mortgage fraud to the point where I think it added up to about $5 million. He said he didn't even he wished he had that much, but the FBI calculated up to $5 million for some reason. But the way he did it, he was a mortgage agent, and he was basically setting it up to where he'd put a mortgage on someone's house, pay a little bit here and there, then use that credit from that mortgage to get all that money. And he said, he was like, it was so easy.
well, it's like, and this is just my personal opinion when I state this. I am not saying I have any proof to back it up, but I honestly think that the credit unions themselves are scams. Like Equifax and places like that.
Well, they were scams, and they actually still are scams. Okay, the whole scam started out in the 70s because no one really made a lot of money off a mortgage. And this is how the housing crisis ended up. Is basically you have a mortgage, but I'm getting money from that mortgage. I'm not selling the mortgage. I'm selling the idea that there's money coming in and that person is going to pay their mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have a big, huge block of all these mortgages totaling that I'm going to have $3 million of these mortgages. Well, this bank will buy those mortgages for $3 million. I sell that to them, and I get the $3 million. Now, what happened is no one could pay their mortgage, so it just basically toppled the whole freaking factory in 2008. And they stopped doing that for, I think, 2 to 3 years. and they started to back up so they can do that, and they just changed the name. I forget what the name of it is.
Well, but that wasn't what I was referring to. I was referring to places like the credit reporting agencies and things like that. Because credit is such a big deal. In other words, you practically have to have credit in order to...
You don't have to have credit to do a lot of stuff.
Buy larger items like cars or houses or...
Well, you can save the money up, but it's going to take... Okay, you don't have to have credit. I don't really have credit, and I still buy the stuff that I want. I save up. I do it by myself. The reason why you have credit is because, I want to buy this right now. Or if you're buying a large purchase, like a house or anything. Now, you can put in a large down payment on something, and they still give you that credit for the rest of the house. That's the only way to do that. You don't have to have great credit to buy big items. You just have to have a big down payment saying, hey, I'm willing to give you this so I can buy this big house.
But basically, back to what I was getting
you would
at
have
is
to...
A lot of people do view credit as a necessity. Now, I don't have much, and yeah, I agree with you. I save up to spend if I want to buy something.
Yeah.
But a lot of people do view having credit as a necessity. And these credit reporting agencies, they'll pull in information from all kinds of places. Or if they can't find information on you, they'll list you as having poor credit.
Yeah. Well, even asking about your credit gives you a bad credit on your gives you bad points on your credit.
In my opinion, that's a scam, and it's a combination scam where, one, they're forcing you to pay into their companies to get that information without those bad marks, and two, they're thereby basically saying we can put you on a blacklist at any time for any reason.
Yeah, and a lot of times they actually bully you to do that.
Right.
If you get like phone calls and everything, they are bullying you so you can get good credit. And it's just ridiculous. They'll call you up and it's like, oh, this is going bad on your credit report. If you don't care, it doesn't really matter. So you can't really... I pay my bills. I get everything up to date all the time. But you miss one payment on something. It's like, hey, you got to do this. It's like, hey, I can't do this right now. It was like, oh, you better find a way. You better get a loan or something like that. It has to be done today, right now. People like my dad, it gets him every time he does. Someone does that, because I ended up having to do like
You've bailed him out twice, haven't you?
At least twice, yeah. And it's only because he's like, I got. They telling me I got to pay it, or they're gonna take it away. It's like, let them take it away. I was like, what? No, it's going to go bad on my credit. It's like, Dad, is your credit already bad? Yeah, I just don't want it to get worse. It's like, basically, why do you want to be a slave? Well, I just don't. I was like, it's just getting ridiculous how they actually treat people.
That's why I said, yeah, it's just my personal
How
opinion.
did we go from Nigerian scammers to credit card scammers?
Well,
I mean, it still adds up.
It's still scamming. I mean, and that's what I said. In my opinion, I think that that's a scam. I think that, and because scamming is illegal, we in the United States should say, because these things are scams, they're not allowed. But our government doesn't do that. A lot of these scams are legal because...
It's a necessary evil.
No, it's not a necessary evil.
No, what's even worse, this is the biggest scam, is title companies. Not to get like a house title or anything like that, but this cash title places, or get money right now. You are literally, for the interest rate on those cash advances, 30%.
Isn't there a law that says they can't charge above 26?
No. They can charge whatever if they want it. I've seen some that were 60% interest.
I'm pretty sure there was a federal law that said that it counts as a scam if they go above 26%.
If I could look at my laptop or something like that. Well, look at your phone.
My phone's almost dead. It's just giving me warnings here and there. What the fuck? I didn't tell you Facebook. That's my internet browser. I hate my new phone. It runs too much like an Apple. It confuses the hell out of me.
Once you get used to it, you'll end up buying an Apple because it's just as good. Go, 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 go.
All right.
How much interest can you go on a cash advance? Interest rate for cash advance.
I probably misspelled that altogether.
Let me see something. Watch this. Legal interest rate for cash advance places.
That's
36%. They can only go past 36%. Typing while your hands can't freaking work. Just use your voice. God.
You see me stumbling over that, don't you?
Every fucking time. Anyways, but at one point in time, it wasn't like that. They were charging like 60%.
Yeah, it was. And that's one of the reasons why the federal government levied that it was fraud to go above a certain amount. What was that? I thought it was 26, but apparently it's 36.
Yeah.
But still, that's a lot of freaking money.
Yeah.
It's loan sharking. That was what they deemed it.
Yeah.
It's loan sharking to go above a certain amount of interest.
Because I know loan sharks, they get the high interest rates on their stuff. But it's
yeah.
really sad is loan sharking now is actually a viable, as long as you set it up. I gotta wash my face. As long as you set it up and you go through the legal systems, you can do a legal loan shark, and that's what cash advance are. They're just loan sharks. It's just they legally can't take a kneecap. They legally can't take a kid and kidnap them so you can pay your money.
No, but they generally make you put up for collateral something that's worth 3 to 5 times more than the loan.
Yeah, I only had to do that once, and it was to get some a loan for my ex-wife's books for school. We had to get $1,000 loan for her books, and I think we put up my computer. I was like, it was the only thing that was worth $1,000 in her car, so we had to pay off the loan. But getting stuff now, yes, I understand. It's very, very. You have to have really good credit, but the Nigerian thing. Got the fucking out.
The
Nigerian stuff.
The Nigerian stuff. A lot of theirs are emails where they'll. This was a really popular one. Emails where they'll.
Prince.
Well, it's not always a print, but generally it's emails where they'll tell you, I have a large sum of money that I basically want to launder because blah, 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 blah reasons. If you'll give me money so that I can send you the money.
Yeah. I had that one time. They called me up on my our first me and yours layoff, the layoff from AT&T. I think I told you this, but we had the layoff, and someone called me up saying that I just won a lottery for $75 million, and they're like, "Hey, you need to pay. If you pay us at least $400, you can get this. You can get the $75 million." I was like, "Oh man, that's awesome! Oh my God, did I have so much fun with it?" Because basically they were like, yeah, if you get us the $200, I was like, this is great, this is so wonderful, this is great. I can't believe I can finally do this. I can finally pay off my friends that loaned me money and everything. I've been out of work for like 6 months. I barely can eat and everything. My friends have been helpful and everything, but I can finally give back to them. Like, no. Man, I was seriously thinking about killing myself, and I got this call. This is such a wonderful call. And they just kept on trying to get me to send them $200. It's like, listen, can you just take the money and take it out of the $750 and do it that way? And I'll get you the money back. You can just take it out of that. How you can take half of that? It's $75 million. Just take half of it. I'll be happy with the half. It'd be great. It's like, sir. And then finally, I don't know. I'm not one of those people you need to be calling me about scamming, because I indulge with it. I enjoy it. I'll take snapshots. There was one snapshot that I did, and it's gone around. Everybody thinks it was like, oh, this person did this. I think I did this like 5-6 years ago, and it's gone around. People took in it saying, hey, I just did this, and I'm looking at it. It's like, no, I did that. What it was is this lady was trying to scam me. I literally told her I just murdered somebody. And I'm trying to get rid of the body. And it's like, it was one of those cam ones. It's like, I have photos, but you can't tell anybody. Bitch, I just told you that I just murdered somebody, and I'm cutting them for parts. You're the one that better not say any shit. But it's an automated thing, and it's just fun to do. And everybody sent every once in a while, every 2-3 months, maybe 6 months, I'll get a message, and someone sends me, like, oh, look at this is pretty funny. It's like, ha, yeah, I did. That was funny for me. Like, what do you mean? I got this off of this person, and he said, it's like, no, I did that like 5 years ago. Well, actually, probably now it's probably about 6 to 7 years ago. I told him, I was like, I did that 6 to 7 years ago. And I showed him the time step of the original thing, and like, oh, well, it's gone around. I was like, yeah, I know. Popular shit like that goes around. It's just I don't make money in advertisement, because that's how like Instagram and this stuff that we're doing right now, we're hoping to get advertisers, but that's how it goes for advertisements and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that I can say is, it is fun to play with them when you have the opportunity to.
Oh yeah, it is so fun, especially if you're witty as like I am, because I'll come up with a story, and I frustrated the shit out of those people every time.
You'd think they'd learn to stop calling, but it's probably different people every time.
It is. It really is. Oh, it's like that one scam with the IRS. They are auditing you for such and such, and you owe the IRS this money, and they need your social security number so they can get it up. IRS doesn't do your social security number unless you call them first. And IRS does not call you. They send an actual lawyer and a letter. So, I've seen videos of cops getting called that, and sheriffs is on their way, and they're working for the sheriff's department. It's like, oh really? I should be worried. I have actually gotten one of those, and I forgot to record it. I got one at the range, and I was telling them, it's like the sheriff's department are coming after you if you don't pay this money. And it's like, they're already here, motherfucker. Fire a couple of rounds. Don't worry, they're not taking me out alive. And they're like, sir, you could devolve this if you pay. What? I can't hear you, man. These rounds, they're firing, and I'm firing, and I'll take them down. They hang up. I forget I finally found how to record stuff on my phone, so. But it's hilarious. It's so fun. But that's probably about it. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram. I'm David Dickerman,
I'm Michael Moffitt.
and this is What the Hell, and we'll see you next time.